So last week I saw the first episode of the Gene of AI, and I gotta say it wasn't that great. If you read the manga, maybe your opinion might be a little bit different, but based off of the first episode, all I have to say is that I'm not really that impressed. The premise, it's pretty interesting. It's nothing groundbreaking in the sense that it's very similar to, at least based off the first episode, something like Ghost in the Shell, where there's what's called a humanoid. And what a humanoid is a person that has a fake brain, like an electric version of a brain, where you could upload your entire existence into, right? Memories and all. However, in the first episode, it's revealed that making backups of your brain is illegal. So basically, that's the premise of the show, give or take, at least based off of the first episode. When the first episode starts, it's basically this doctor guy. I'm not gonna name names. I'm not great at names. I'm watching a shit ton of anime, so you're gonna have to forgive me for that. Maybe down the road, I think his name is like Dr. Kudo, if I remember correctly. He runs this like illicit clinic, right, that kind of helps people who are in trouble. And what happened in the first episode was he gets called by this couple, right? The woman, I guess she like falls down some stairs, and the husband makes a copy of her brain, a backup, right? Which is extremely illegal. So they call Dr. Kudo and ask for help, right? By the way, Dr. Kudo, for some reason, he's just very cynical about technology. At this point, we don't really know why, at least in the sense that he doesn't like how technology is being used in this society, right? So anyway, he goes and he agrees to help them. He finds out that they made a backup illegally of her brain from a week or two before she fell down the stairs and broke something in her head, right? He does some diagnostics, and it turns out that she has this type of virus that's causing her to like kind of tick out, right? So he decides to help them. Hold on, I need to sip my beer. However, the downside to restoring from a backup in this case would be that she would lose a couple weeks worth of her memory. But that's not the only bad thing. You get into like this ethical situation where it's like, well, if you replace my brain, all my memories, everything with this like copy that you made, is it still really me? And that's kind of like the struggle that the lady faces. She's kind of like mulling it over. You know, she's not 100% sure if she wants to do it. Either way, she ends up doing it, right? She ends up going to the clinic with her husband so that Dr. Kudo could help them out. But as he's about to push the button to, you know, start it up, she's all wired in, and she like they jacked her up like in the Matrix. The moment he's about to press a button, she changes her mind completely. She tells him to stop because she figures, hey, this might not be me. Like, I'm not gonna be me anymore, right? Like any pretty much any normal person would probably think. 2 weeks after that, she dies, essentially, right? It turns out she has this virus that's terminal, and it causes her brain basically to die. That's when they restore her brain from a backup. She wakes up 2 weeks later with no recollection of what happened. Her husband is bawling, he's sighing his eye, he's crying his eyes out. Oh my God, my wife, she's alive. But now you have this weird dilemma where it's like, is it really her? Is it not? You know what I mean? I forgot to mention they have a daughter. She's a human, right? Both her parents, I believe, are humanoids. I think maybe just her mom is. I'm not sure, but I think both of them are. I can't remember. It's been a week since I've watched it. The moment that she makes eggs for her daughter is the moment that her daughter realizes, wait, this might not be my mom. You know what I mean? She usually puts sour cream on her eggs. She didn't this time. Her daughter starts crying. The mom's like, what's wrong? What's going on? What's wrong, honey? Through the tears, the little girl's like, nothing's wrong, mommy. Nothing's wrong. Which is, it's pretty sad, right? To see that. That's the basic summary of the first episode. You're kind of left wondering like, okay, so where does it go from here? Is it going to be like an episodic type of thing where the doctor does like a case by case thing where every episode's like basically a singular story, self-contained with maybe an overarching plot? I don't know if that's going to be the case. I'm going to continue watching the show regardless because, again, the premise is interesting enough to continue to pique my interest. I'll be giving my thoughts every week when the new episode comes out. I know episode 2 just came out, I think yesterday. I'm about to watch that now, and I'll make another video. I'm usually a fan of slow burn, so I'm going to keep things optimistic. I hope it gets better over the series run. As it stands right now, I'm not going to drop it. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the first episode of the Gene of AI. I think I rambled a bit, but I'll probably end up cutting a ton of this in editing. What I want to know is what your thoughts are. What did you think of the first episode of the Gene of AI? Are you looking forward to the series? Also, what other series are you watching this season? I'd really like to know, so please leave your comments down below. Thank you.